silhouette and basket face slipper wielding.
You know how there's people getting upset with what people say on the internet? We had this crazy Scotsman. What's up, everybody? Celtic Character here, back with another reaction. Get those 10s and 20 views. Alright, I'm doing bulk stuff. I'm trying to knock out all my predictions on one day, so that way maybe I'll actually remember to actually game on Twitch, not just do football videos. Maybe I'll reach out to other smaller creators and try to get them to game with me. And whatnot, you know, try to be the, productive YouTuber that I want to be. And somehow my little helmet alarm clock. Now has an alarm on it. I don't know. Sorry, ADD moment came in. Speaking of ADD moments, we are going to be reacting to Mandatory Fun Day. When absurd works. Samurai Jack. I'm a big fan of Mandatory Fun Day. He's in the military. But I think he's the same level as idiot that I am, you know. Like, a lot of his shorts has, like, anime on the background. Like, so one had, like, Code Lyoko, Samurai Jack. So, let's see what he is talking about here. This, like, makes me freak out. Like, my eyes are messing with me when I clicked over to this.
Samurai Jack is what happens when a Zen poem, a spaghetti western, and a fever dream about a time-traveling samurai all get thrown into a blender, and then a Cartoon Network exec absolutely rails a line of cocaine off the table and says, "Send it!"
Anyone else notice that Cartoon Network's not a free channel anymore? Like, I was like, oh, let's look over the Cartoon Network, watch some TV. It's a subscription channel now. No, I'll enter the Great Pirate Era. That's all I'll do.
Yeah, I forgot this again. I am Mandatory Fun Day. This is Simpler Time Saturday.
Come on in and forget all you
reacted to on a Monday.
troubles and join Mandatory Fun Day for Simpler Time Saturday.
Yeah. Monday, 9 days later.
In one corner, you've got a demon made of pure chaos, and the other a lone samurai with one sword, one mission, and no chill. That's Samurai Jack, the show that proved silence can be louder than most cartoons screaming at you for 22 minutes straight. As always, I appreciate...
Oh, Samurai Jack has amazing writing and just went off the rails with some of the design concepts.
Appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being subscribed. I appreciate you liking the video and leaving your comments.
Let's see. Comments. Not mine. Let's see. Completely forgot about Mobile Fighter G Gundam. You turn in a Mandatory Fun Day weekend into binge. Gundam. I guess the last one he did was about Gundam.
With your thoughts. Samurai Jack is an American action-adventure science fantasy animated series created by Genndy Tartakovsky for...
Are we escaping from this guy? What the hell?
Cartoon Network. It originally ran from 2001 to 2004 for 4 seasons, and then it came back 13 years later in 2017 on Adult Swim for a darker 5th season that finally wrapped the story.
Yeah, like they wanted it to be more darker, and they just kept trying to find that balance that Cartoon Network would let them.
The setup is simple and brutal. A nameless samurai prince fights the shape-shifting demon Aku. Just as he's about to land the final blow, Aku goes Uno reverse card
Yeah, he says something that throws Jack off, and then, yeah.
on him, and absolutely yeets him into a dystopian future where he rules everything. And by he, I mean Aku. The samurai picked...
Which is weird, that he didn't destroy all mankind. He just kind of took it over, and technology actually got pretty decent.
Except the nickname Jack from people in the future, accepts it, and spends the rest of the show trying to get back to the past to undo Aku's rule. Season 1 kicks off with a 3-part movie, The Beginning. Jack's childhood training around the world, forging himself into a living weapon, and the first huge clash with Aku before the time jump. Once in the future, Every episode is like a mini samurai film. Robot beetles, alien cities, talking dogs in suits, Viking warriors, and some of the most cinematic fight scenes ever put in a TV cartoon.
Does season 1 not have the crazy Scotsman?
Visually, it leans hard into negative space, long silent stretches, and sudden explosions of movement. This season is,
Which is, from what I understand, very much of a sword fight, especially katanas.
basically the this show hits different demo reel. Season 2 starts playing with structure. Jack fights 3 blind archers on an island of illusions. Jack teams up with a loudmouth kilt-wearing mercenary known as
There he is. I'll say season 2.
the Scotsman.
Mr. Pajama wearing, basket face slipper wielding, Clyde.
You know how there's people getting upset about what people say on the internet? We had this crazy Scotsman. With so much trash talking and hate, he actually gets Jack to snap, which is so good. And it's also how they became friends. Pretty much he turns into a Little John.
We get more comedy episodes, more weird side quests, and more Jack almost gets home, but the universe says, nah. The tone is still kid-friendly, but you can feel the show leaning into myth and melancholy between the jokes. Season 3 gets darker and weirder. It cranks up the atmosphere. Jack explores a haunted house, flashing between cartoon and horror imagery. He fights an army of zombies and an entire Spartan army episode that feels like someone snuck a history epic into Cartoon Network's lineup. Jack feels more isolated in this season, more tired, more like a wandering war vet.
Yeah, and that's kind of, I think, the tone they were going with is, here's this warrior who's waging that single battle by himself because he has the lone tool to actually win.
A bright-eyed hero. Season 4 is the almost ending. It's where things feel like they're building to a conclusion, and then they don't. We get some meta, playful episodes, some pure art showcases, and others that deepen the lore around the sword, destiny, and time. And then it just stops. 4 seasons, 52 episodes.
Yep, that was right around the time where Cartoon Network was just like, you know what? Teenagers and adults aren't the demographic we need to be targeting. You know, the people with the exposable income should not be the target. You know, let's get rid of, fan favorites like Samurai Jack and the original Teen Titans. No, we gotta target kids because they have no money.
Episodes, no final showdown. For over a decade, fans just had to live with. I guess Jack is still out there somewhere, vibing and suffering. And then, 13 years later, Season 5 lands on Adult Swim. It's set about 50 years after the original season. Jack hasn't aged, a side effect of time travel, but he's lost his sword and most of his hope. The tone is darker. Blood, PTSD, moral consequences. We meet Ashi, raised as one of the daughters of Aku, trained from birth to kill Jack, who slowly realizes her entire worldview is a cult. The season ends with Jack finally defeating Aku in the past, but losing Ashi in a time paradox as the future she came from gets erased. It's triumphant and devastating in the same breath. Beyond.
Yeah, because he actually marries her in one of the episodes in that season.
Did Season 5 emotionally ruin you, or were you one of the weirdos who somehow held it together? Let's talk about the core cast and setup. Jack is the nameless samurai, disciplined, compassionate, stubborn enough to fight a losing war across time, and he's voiced by Phil LaMarr, who also voiced the Green Lantern in Justice League and Static in Static Shock. Aku,
all with unique, different voices. I can see Jack and Jon Stewart similar, but not Static.
is a shape-shifting demon overlord who rules the future and treats evil like performance art. Originally, he was voiced by Mako, whose warm, gravelly delivery made Aku somehow terrifying and hilarious. After Mako's passing, Greg Baldwin took over in Season 5, keeping the spirit of the character alive. Ashi is a brainwashed assassin turned ally and love interest in Season 5.
Not love interest, just love. They definitely get it on.
And she's voiced by Tara Strong, who basically
God, Tara Strong's in everything. And she's also a knockout, like in real life, too.
voiced your entire childhood.
Which is funny, because she looks like Bubbles, like a grown-up Bubbles. And voiced Raven.
Just look her up, because there's truly too many to list. The Scotsman is Jack's loud, stubborn, claymore-wielding frenemy, voiced by John DiMaggio, who also voiced Bender from Futurama.
Yes, yes, I hear it. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that.
Equal parts comic relief and genuine warrior spirit. Underneath all of them is the same simple setup. Jack vs. Aku, hope vs. despair, honor versus a universe that keeps respawning the boss fight. Let's talk about some adult themes. As a kid, Samurai Jack, it's cool sword fights and weird monsters. As an adult, you realize it's about war trauma and the weight of an endless mission. It's about loneliness. Jack spends the entire episode with no one to talk to, just trudging forward. It touches on oppression and empire with Aku's rule as a mashup of feudal tyranny.
Which I wonder if that character there. Oh, we're gonna go back.
It touches on oppression and empire with Aku's rule as a mashup of feudal.
It'll play like Kim Possible. The red-headed warrior. Red color eyes. Yeah.
Tyranny, corporate dystopia,
Drink Aku while he's poisoned, yeah.
and fascist control. Season 5 dives into survivor's guilt, suicidal ideation, and indoctrination, especially through Ashi and Jack's broken mental state. What hit you harder on a rewatch? Jack's loneliness, Ashi's upbringing, or that constant almost home but not quite feeling? Obviously, Aku's the big bad, but Samurai Jack.
He is, but he kind of kept the world together because it's like he ruled everything. So it's not like he had multiple countries fighting against each other. It's just one guy.
Has a stacked lineup of foes, robot beetle armies, bounty hunters, ninjas, assassins, corrupted monks, intergalactic gangsters, each usually themed around a single visual idea. The Daughters of Aku, especially in Season 5, take the unstoppable assassins trope and make it personal. Even one-off villains like the Lava Monster or the Guardian of the Time Portal feel mythic. Jack is walking through legend after legend. The magic trick of the show is most of them barely talk, but you remember them like they did monologues. Some of the best episodes, or just required nostalgia dumps. There are so many, but here are some standouts that fans.
It's gotta be the Scotsman episode. It has to be the weird train arc where he learns to jump higher. That's another good one. Just the first episode when he's in the future and he's just like.
Critics constantly bring up the beginning, parts 1 through 3, the pilot movie. If someone's never seen.
Oh yeah, yep.
Samurai Jack, this is the starter pack. Jack and the 3 blind archers.
Which I found weird that he blindfolded himself. Guess it was the whole. Oh, I mean, walk a mile in their shoes to beat them type thing.
Minimal dialogue, maximum tension. The whole thing is just pure visual storytelling and sound design. Jack and the Scotsman, it's loud, funny, and stuff.
Scotsman, he is like the great character because he was finally a loud, brash character in this show of warriors, and we all know, yes, the serious, like noble Asian samurai, and then you get the loud Scotsman.
Still heartfelt. The buddy warrior dynamic is top tier.
Yeah, because like, despite the fact that he constantly bickers him, he goes kindred warrior soul. It's like, we're not blood, but you're still my brother, and I'm going to treat you as if you're one of my brothers. It's great.
I don't know you like I know you.
Jack vs. the Ninja, Black vs. White, Light vs. Shadow. This one might be the most stylish fight in the entire series. Jack in the Haunted House, the show quietly turns into a horror film and no one warns you. Jack and the Spartans, Jack basically cosplays as a Spartan in Thermopylae. Tactical, brutal, and weirdly respectful of history. If you rewatch and don't feel the urge to pick up a random broomstick and pretend it's a magic sword,
With Walmart.
Yeah. Who also, like, I'm going to mute this so I can talk whatever, hasn't just randomly yelled, Haku! Pretty sure I've yelled at like, Destiny battles. It's almost like a Leroy Jenkins.
concerned for you. Before we get into the next portion of this video, I don't know why I just struggled to say that. I'm not having a stroke. You can click the link
Because words are hard, sir. We understand that.
in my bio and go to the website where you can pick up merchandise.
I will, because I don't know if, I think he's one of the guys who is okay with people reacting. I'll have a link to his merch down there too, but I don't have merch. I don't even have like 500 subscribers on this channel, so, subscribe. But yeah, I always shout out they have a merch page. I usually put it in my link to help them make more money.
Support me directly if you enjoy the content. Don't feel obligated. I know there's a lot of people struggling out
I really love that shirt though.
there right now, but if you'd like to support me further and you got a couple extra bucks, I truly do appreciate it. I love the community we've built, so thank you for being here. Let's get back to it. Let's talk about the voice actors, both the heroes and villains. Phil LaMarr brings this calm, steady intensity to Jack. The guy makes silence feel like dialogue. Mako as Aku is just unreal, switching between theatrical villain speeches, goofy riffing, and genuine menace in the same scene. After he passed, Greg Baldwin stepped in for season 5 and did a respectful continuation of that performance. Tara Strong as Ashi gives the character...
Yeah, Tara Strong is anything. She's going to somehow sound like that sweet, innocent person that has words that cut like diamonds. It's like, Tell Me It Was a Girl, the pink hair, the blonde, just like, I'm subtle and cute, and my words are more venomous than anything else.
Enough vulnerability and bite to sell her entire arc from indoctrinated assassin to free person. John DiMaggio and Grey DeLisle round out the universe, making the show feel like a cousin to Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, and early 2000s Cartoon Network in general. These are the voices bouncing around in your skull whenever you hear a shamisen note or see a really long hallway shot in silence. Jack appears in various Cartoon Network crossover comics. He also got his own comic run from IDW in the 2010s, which Tartakovsky doesn't treat as strict canon, but it is there. He also
You're kind of like, yeah, cool, you did your own thing. It's just somehow don't screw up my timeline.
pops up in video games and cross-promo events, and much later shows like OKKO, Let's Be Heroes. Tip the hat to him, along with other Cartoon Network icons. The 5th season doesn't retcon the original 4, it just picks up the emotional tab 50 years later and finally cashes it out.
Which is a smart thing to do from their standpoint. If they would just try to keep it at the same time, you're like, why did you not just release this earlier? But put it on a time delay makes it kind of work in his favor. Also, this is all that whole time paradox thing, and I never thought about with the girl character. But if she goes back in time and she exists there, it's gotta work. How do I smell purple?
Tartakovsky wanted a show that was cinematic, minimal, and visual, inspired by samurai films, westerns, and comic books like Frank Miller's Ronin and 300. The show won multiple Primetime Emmys and Annie Awards, and it's frequently ranked among the greatest animated series of all time. Its influence is all over modern animation, long silent stretches, big stylized action beats, willingness to let episodes feel like short films instead of just content.
Yeah, you figure this was the first of a lot of that style. And you even saw it in Teen Titans, which was going on at roughly the same times when sometimes you'll see Robin just have a long drawn out fight. But it also shown that, hey, people don't need the loudmouth talking every 15 seconds like SpongeBob is.
If you had to sell Samurai Jack to someone in one sentence, what would your pitch be? Let me know. This is going to be the next thing I want.
Sell Samurai Jack in one sentence to somebody. Inspiration to Cyberpunk would be a good one. Because it is that dystopian future. Roman Kenshin meets Cyberpunk. That's my line. Roman Kenshin meets Cyberpunk would be my one sentence to get someone to watch Samurai Jack, because that's basically what it is. The lone samurai who wants to just do the right thing, but doesn't need a ton of words to do it. In a steampunk future.
Watch with my daughters. I frequently take them and watch my childhood cartoons with them, and they've been loving them. Their favorite so far has been Avatar. Thank you so much.
Yeah, obviously, could be the greatest American cartoon of all time. It's borderline an anime.
Much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. Your support means more than you could possibly know to me. Let me know what else you want me to make videos about, specifically our childhoods. I love this series. Simpler Time Saturday is supposed to be a break from the noise and quite frankly, sad.
I did watch this one. I think I might have reacted to it too.
Of the world. It's supposed to be an opportunity for us to all kind of just sit back and reminisce on a simpler time. I'm Mandatory Fun Day. This was Simpler Time Saturday, and that was a piece of childhood nostalgia.
Pause it there, because that hits you in the feels. That's one of the reasons why I want to do Saturday morning cartoons and watch old shows again, just so it's and part of the reason why I do kind of, YouTube. And I was more bored and just got fallen into it. So I was like, oh, I have stupid thoughts. Let me just post on the internet, see if so many other people like it. But it is a, hey, if you can watch me, an idiot with a bad VTube model, for 20 minutes to help you forget about some random bullshit, then I did my job without being paid. But yes, Mandatory Fun Day. Love your content. I might buy one of your shirts, because I think we are the same brand of idiot. What would be a good nostalgia for him to look into? I would say Batman. The animated series is a great nostalgia one, because it set the standard for, just Static Shock. I love that. I've been saying that we need a live action Static Shock. I'd say Batman, the animated series, or Batman Beyond. Two great ones. Actually, they're technically part of the same universe, which is amazing. You have Batman and Robin, Batman something else, and then Batman Beyond are all technically in the same timeverse. But that is it. Thank you for showing up. If anyone has any other suggestions for videos, let me know in the comment sections. Until then, I'll see you weird people later.